and Nigeria Labour Congress say they expect the governor to open talks with them in a period of 1 week to forestall industrial action in the state. In Lagos, Musa Tolia.
Leaders of civil societies organizations, CSOs in Nigeria converged on Lagos to reinforce their commitment to support the administration to combat corruption and other forms of graft. Our correspondent has details of the media briefing on anti-corruption fights.
Organized by Coalition of Civil Societies of Nigeria to set the agenda for addressing systemic corruption in the Nigerian society, helped to build consensus about good governance as a critical enabler for stability in the country.
This is wrong. There should be legislation always come up with Trump allegations.
Opening the conference, the convener and leader of Campaign for Dignity in Governance, Razak Olukuoba, stressed that when public funds are siphoned through corruption, social amenities and infrastructure suffer.
I want to send a clear message to people who might want to come to government to want to do games as usual in the last 1990 till the date that game is over. We will stand with the president, we will stand with the EFCC, we will stand with the ICPC to steer away people who want to have access legitimately into the covers of Nigeria. Money that is meant for education should be spent on education. Money that is meant for road construction.
The response of other stakeholders showed that there is an awakening to the need to fight corruption.
The anti-corruption struggle is an international syndicate. That is what corruption is. So there is an international outcry, global outcry against corruption. How far does far? How do we go for the lead?
We are hopeful, basically for the youth, for the women, and for the economic. Based on his experience and antecedents, we hope there will be a good thing for Nigeria.
The coalition of CSOs reaffirmed their commitment to work in partnership with stakeholders as sustaining improved governance requires collaboration of parties in government, civil societies, and private sector. In Lagos,
National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress and the Progressive Governors have agreed to work out urgent palliatives to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal. During a meeting at the party's headquarters in Abuja, the governors pledged to be constructive partners towards nation building. Saliu Guanara reports.
It's the first interactive session after the general election with the progressive governors led by its newly appointed chairman, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. As the governors prepares for governance, national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Adamu, reminded them to pay attention to priority areas in line with the party's manifesto and promise made to the electorate.
You are the shock observers in the various states of the Federation. You live with the people, you wake up with the people, and you work with them. The expectation is that you will have a better appreciation of their thoughts, points, as citizens of this country. So a lot of expectations will be with you as governors of the federative units of this great country.
At the end of a closed-door engagement that lasted about 1 hour, chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum addressed the media.
So on the issue of fuel subsidy, all the presidential candidates during the campaign all promised that they would remove fuel subsidy. The incumbent government, before he left, made us to know that fuel subsidy is no longer sustainable. What we are talking about now is implementation process, how to implement the program in a manner that it will not be too hard on the people. And I think the government is working on it. I have confidence on the ability of the president, the current president, to navigate through the waters and take decisions that will be to the best interest of our people and the country as a nation.
The progressive governors promised to be ambassadors of the renewed hope, which share same vision and desire to serve the people. In Abuja, Saliu Guanara, NTA News.
The news will be back after this time out. Please stay with us.
It's more fun next time. Malt tonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Malt tonic time!
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Nta Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. In line with the forced manpower development policy targeted at promoting deserving police on the basis of competence, qualification, and length of service, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Al-Khalibaba, has approved the promotion of 465 policemen, comprising 24,991 from sergeant, 194 from corporal to sergeant, 1,280 from constable to corporal. IGP Al-Khalibaba enjoined the affected officers to add more pep in promoting the lofty principles and values of modern policing and discharge their duties as expected of them in line with the provisions of the laws. Moving on, a feasible economic policy that will create jobs and impact the life of the common man should be the priority of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration as he gets down to business after taking the oath of office as the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Continuation of the reforms in the oil and gas sector and painstaking implementation of the renewed hope templates are part of what analysts say should be the focal point of the new administration. Joel Pokwala has the reports.
Swearing in of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the 16th president, a new era has been ushered in Nigeria's political landscape, and the expectations of Nigerians is at its peak. Amidst the encomiums pouring in for the new sheriff in town, Nigerians want the new administration to hit the ground running to deliver on its campaign promises.
First, security, because that is even the very essence of governance. Once that is secured, I want them to move quickly to see how they can boost the economy by embark on those projects that would create jobs and generate jobs.
To ensure that there is smile on the face of everybody, to ensure that everybody is not hungry, to expect that everybody has a house on his head, to ensure that the health facility is provided for everybody. You know, the four cardinal programs of the progressive is always there.
Nigerians are also advocating for an all-encompassing economic policy that will energize critical sectors in the nation's economy, such as power, infrastructure, as well as fiscal and monetary policy. Since the president is not expected to work alone, the appointment of ministers into the Federal Executive Council and other institutions pivotal to the economy and security of the nation, analysts say should not be business as usual, but based on merit in order to achieve the desired objective.
The important thing for the president to do is bring everybody together, work out an acceptable arrangement for national rebirth on the basis of which we can chart an economic development program.
We need to build confidence in our people to trust us. When confidence is built, then the people can trust, and then you see that Nigerians are very resolute people. They can win, they can succeed anywhere.
One of the landmarks achievements of the outgone administration is the signing into law of the Petroleum Industry Bill, which is expected to be a catalyst for the growth and development of the oil and gas sector and the economy at large. This, the stakeholders believe, will be a springboard for the success of the Tinubu administration.
This is a good gift to Asiwaju's government to address this issue of subsidy, to address the disruption in supply of petroleum